Hi, I'm Lucian, or Jojo. This week I decided I will stop making decisions that I will regret later on. Also decided to remove the joystick control for the time being in the 3D mode of the game and make the touch where you want to go the only available option. Yeah, about that. I had to put it in this project as well because the physical space for you to click around in the 3D mode was really small. Because I was using an asset from the asset store for the joystick, there were some issues as always, and sadly it would not work in this project. So I took a glimpse at the source code, tweaked it and reworked it, as I really did not need all that extra functionality bundled with it. And ta-da! Joystick!
Nice.
All that is left to do is make it an option in the settings to allow switching between the two modes, and I can call this done. Speaking of, I made the settings a scrollable rect just in case I will want to add more settings, basically future-proofing. And just look at that scroll bar. Disgusting. Totally not going to take 2 hours of my life trying to make it better.
Yeah, boy.
Just as a side note, Gforce now is absolutely horrible. You can't even launch a game as there's apparently too many people waiting to be given a VM. Really cool, Nvidia. Back to Cube.AI headquarters, I decided to postpone the customization menu even further and instead implement the basic hostage. Like every good hostage, they will follow you by constantly seeking a point behind the player. The implementation is fairly simple as it does not have any crazy behavior, but I do plan to make it the enemies freak out when they see the hostage getting rescued. As of right now, it just gets the reference to the player whenever it is in range and obviously not behind the wall. So I had to make sure I raycast whenever he enters the trigger sphere, but also delay checks if he stays in the trigger and was not previously spotted. I could do this every frame, but as we all know, raycasts are extremely expensive and take a lot of CPU resources. So I only check at a set interval. Testing time and obviously everything works perfectly. And I forgot to mark the collider as a trigger. And sometimes it does not work. Well, because I use the player prefab as a template for the hostage and because the raycasts only check for the player layer, I might have forgotten to set the hostage on a separate layer, so it's constantly colliding with itself. Very nice, Lucian. Very nice. And that was it for this week. It's basically past midnight now, so it's technically already next week at the time of editing this video. Next up, I will probably be the hostage enemy behavior change, the hostage rescue zone, and maybe, just maybe, the customization menu. Love you guys.